Okay, so here's a quick video I wanted to do, basically demonstrating my question for piling in Age of Sigmar. Okay, so I have basically this small unit of Bretonnian Knights that's still alive. I wonder how this works with like a conga line, essentially. So this unit of Plague Bearers has made a successful charge against this unit of Knights Errant. Now for piling in, it says that you have to go to the closest enemy model. You can move 3 inches. So the closest model for this unit would be this one guy. So there's 2 ways that I basically view you could play it. Now this one is more loosely based on the rules, but how I intuitively think it should work. So for example, I can move my 3 inches. I can move this guy 3 inches to here. Well, this doesn't quite work as well because these bases are so large. But basically this allows me, well, even though the closest point to this model would be here, I can move him to here, allowing more of my unit to get within striking distance of the Knights Errant, right? So I'm able to get all of my guys into base-to-base contact. Pretty much. Everyone can hit. Now let's reset this a little bit, if I can. Instead, so that's one way. Now all of them were able to move closer to the closest enemy model. However, the only difference is that I was able to move how I wanted. Now, if you have to, the other way I've seen it done is I have to move to the closest enemy model the shortest distance possible. So that would be shortest distance from this point to this point would be this. He moves here. This guy moves here. Here, here, he can only go here. This guy just has to go straight. He can't even try to move other ways. In subsequent combats, this model wouldn't even still be able to move because the closest point would be from here to here. While I think it should be like that he could basically these guys could start wrapping around, you know, so that you could get more models in the combat, and they are closer to the closest enemy model than when they began with, rather than he's here, I have to move to the shortest distance possible to the closest enemy model, which the shortest distance would be in the closest point between the two. So I wouldn't be able to do this because that's not the closest point. How is that supposed to be played? Personally, I think you should be able to start wrapping around like this, because that is my movement, my pile in, I'm ending up closer to the closest enemy model than when I began my movement, rather than you have to go to the shortest distance regardless of if it gets you actually closer to the enemy model or not. So how is it played? Let me know.